So with the Six of Cups here, this could be about a past issue that may be coming up, and that may be a problem as far as kind of where you're meeting in this relationship. But then I also look at the Six of Cups, and I think that for a lot of you, you may be moving into this place where you may be letting go of the past. You know, and I also feel like you're going back to a place where feelings are being brought up, but in a way where you're looking back at what has been between you and this person before. That makes sense, right? Like going back to the happy feelings, the happy memories, wanting to move on from the difficulties of the past, but you're only in this place right now because I feel like that is why you're having issues. So with the Hierophant, the thing is if this is about a past situation, you have stayed committed to this person, even if they were like dragging their feet, right? And that could be, you know, dealing with something from the past, a past relationship, and letting that go, right? Regardless, Cancer, you've been there. You have been there with the Hierophant. You have had faith in this person, in this relationship. But like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like they're dragging their feet. They're not really, you know, moving forward. Things start to really slow down for them. But something happens here where you're like, this is over with the Ten of Swords. Now, for some of you, you may be trying to get over what has caused a painful ending between you and this person, right? Like this is what we're addressing now, especially with the Six of Cups being there. But I also feel like I said, it's a past issue and it's coming up again. But with the Ace of Wands, we're talking about beginning again. Like I almost feel like this person is really starting to understand now that what they want is to see where the passion is going to go with you. But, you know, this has the potential, though, to ruin things completely between the two of you. Like, Cancer, with you showing the Ten of Swords, I feel like that this person may have ended the relationship with you because of a past situation. I don't think that we're looking at a new beginning with them and another person, because this is directly how they're interacting with you. You understand? So they're wanting to have this new beginning, but because of a past situation, it may not be able to happen. But I feel like they're moving into a place now where they're really understanding what they want, but that's because you've changed. With the Queen of Wands showing up, I feel like that's you, and I feel like your self-image has changed. Your personality has changed, right? You've become a stronger person out of this, but you're also something that they very much want now. Like, I really feel like this situation should have never came up, you know, and you may be like to the breaking point here where you've remained faithful throughout all of this. But when do you get to the point where enough is enough? That's kind of where I feel like the Ten of Swords is coming through. So for some of you, this could be about a person that you've remained faithful to, but as it stands right now, you may feel like the relationship is over. They may be wanting to start again. But like I said, it's because you're different. You're different. And I look at that Nine of Cups and I think, yeah, man, they really like have a want and a wish for you. Now, for you, the past is not such a good thing. For them, they may be going back to a place where, you know, I don't want to say regret, but, you know, they're trying to hang in there while things are changing. Like, they know that they want you now, but you may be a different person. What they want may not be the same thing that you want. Like, I feel a disconnect here. For you, it's walking away from the past. For them, it's going back to those past emotions. But then also, you know, I almost feel like they're ignoring the fact that something from the past was what caused them to drag their feet and bring this to an end in the first place. Now, coming out here with the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, things are definitely changing here. We're talking about positive change here with the Wheel of Fortune, right? But the thing is you've changed in a way where it's not just what you're internalizing, it's what you're externalizing too. Now, with your King of Pentacles, though, you may be seeing this person as, you know, kind of like stepping up here and wanting to show that they're wanting to provide for this relationship. But I also kind of feel like for a lot of you, this is you. You're like the provider, right? Like, you provide the stability. You provide the security. But things need to change here with the wheel. We can't have a repeat of the past. We can't have, you know, the same cycles happening over again. But I feel like this is like better times that are coming, right? And they're with strength. Okay, so yeah, we could be talking about a situation here that may have to do with other people. But, you know, Cancer, honestly, what I feel like here is that this is more of a support system than it actually is like third-party situations. I would have to see more. Like, I need to see more to get there, right? I mean, the Ten of Swords, yeah, sure. But we're talking about future. Now, this could be a celebration because finally this person has, like, put something to an end that may have had to do with another person, which is possible. But they are going through a big change here with death, but this could also be you saying that, no, this is over with, and they're experiencing, you know, the whole death, right? Like, it may be hard, especially with the Six of Cups, I gotta slow down, for them to move on. Like, they're going to be in that kind of like death phase for a minute, like, wow, man, right? And that's where they're needing to find their own inner strength. And I say that because there's this whole thing with the moon and the Empress that just doesn't seem right. So let me just start from here, though. You know, like I said before, you've changed. You're actually more successful out of this than you were in it. But we're also talking about, you know, what somebody is providing to make this relationship successful. That is the King of Pentacles, right? You're in a place where you can do that, but are they going to? That's what I feel like this is about here. But this is also you communicating that very directly. Like, I don't want to have any further conversations here if this isn't going to be, you know, something that we are going to work on. Where is this cycle going? Is it going to be the same thing over again? Right? Because I always feel like with the Knight of Swords, besides action in terms of communication, this is somebody who says what they need to and they abruptly cut off the communication. And I feel like this is what they're experiencing here from you. Because you're in power here. Like, you hold the power in terms of what happens. But the Moon and the Empress, this is what I don't like about this, because I think that, first of all, this moon for me is always about coming back from, you know, the darkness, coming back out of those places, right? Like, having seen in the dark and what has been hidden. And with the Empress, though, you're talking about somebody who very much wants to, you know, breathe life into this, right? They nurturing, caring, all those beautiful things with the Empress. But the thing is I don't think that that's what this person really is. And you can't be fooled by that anymore. You know, and this may be, and I only say this because of the moon and the confusion and the deceit, things that are being kept hidden. You're very upfront about who you are. There is no hiding that. You're directly communicating that. But in terms of them and what they actually, you know, can give and how caring and nurturing they really are towards this relationship and towards you, it's like, no, I see through the illusion, right? And that may be where this thing is coming to an end here. That, or they're going through a major change. And for you, it's like, okay, so they're finally facing, you know, the darkness, so to speak, right? Like, we're getting out of the confusion now. We're getting some clarity here. And the other problem, though, with this is that we could definitely be talking about somebody who's like, you know, I'm preggers, right? Like, oops, you know, and you may have been hiding that, but they may, you know, be seeing you this way. It's one or the other, right? Now, obviously, that's not going to be for everybody. But more so, I feel like, you know, because I don't think that this is a bad person. I just think that they weren't, like, in a place where they really understood what they wanted. And now when they do, it seems like it's a little bit too late, if that makes sense. But you're talking about support, celebration, if it is third-party situations, it's definitely coming to an end, you know, especially if this is somebody who's been hiding you from a significant other, and now the truth is kind of coming out. It can't be hidden anymore, you know, so it's either going to cause, you know, this definite ending for them. But with strength, I don't feel like we're letting go, especially with the Six of Cups. You know, like, even though things are coming to a major end here and things are changing big time, it's like they're still hanging in there. That's what I feel with strength. It kind of reminds me of those stupid posters with the kitten just kind of like hanging on the wire, like, just hang in there, baby, you know? But I don't feel bad about the Three of Cups. Now, if there was, like, you know, some deceit here about another person, it comes out in such a way that it creates this kind of ending, though. You know, for some of you, though, you just may be in this place where you want to be open to other people, though, too, right? Having a good time, party, drinky drink. But it still comes down to whether or not you can be successful in this relationship, whether, you know, they can provide. You're already in that place. You're in your power, right? Maybe you are better off on your own, you know? So clearly somebody has feelings for another person here. And with the Queen of Cups, yeah, we could be talking about you. We could be talking about another person, male, female, water. You know how that goes. But we are talking about somebody who's feeling something very deeply for another person. But there is hesitation when it comes to approaching the other person. The Two of Pentacles talks about embarrassment, being afraid to approach a certain person, feeling like, you know, this is somebody that you shouldn't approach, right? Or it could just be that you feel like this person is out of your league. You know, that kind of shows up with this one too. But somebody is like, I think that they've been holding themselves back from expressing emotions. Because there's very much this like romantic, loving feeling that someone has for another person here. Now, with the Five of Pentacles and looking at Judgment, this is like wanting to have that kind of classic romance, but with Judgment, there may be some things that we need to clear up. But I also look at Judgment and think that, you know, this is something that could be close to being over with, but it's not, right? Like, it's like bringing a relationship back up, almost like bringing it back to life, you know, but we need to clear some things out, though. But you are moving into this place where you're talking about like the classic romance here, and then the Wheel of Fortune. I have to wonder if it isn't because of an opportunity that opens up where you get to express to this person how you feel, or them you, right? But with the Star, it's great. It's like you have hope again. You have hope again when it comes to like your love life, you know, where you may have thought that you couldn't have that kind of romance. It's happening. It is happening. But there is someone in particular here, like I said, that's like having a hard time expressing how they feel, or they're too scared to. All right, but there's still hope, though, and that's the thing. And you're also being told to stay optimistic about this. So with your Ten of Wands, okay, the connection that you have had with this person in the past was just like a hookup. That's basically what that is. It's like connecting with somebody, but then the relationship is completely dropped. Nothing happens after this. But there are emotions that are now tied into this that somebody is trying to express, but there may be a little bit of like fear, you know? So when they are finally expressed with the Two of Swords here, we're talking about it being rejected. The classic romance is not happening, right? But this isn't like some delusion here. It's not like this is being projected onto another person, like expecting them to just, you know, automatically fall in love and it's going to be this beautiful relationship, right? So, you know, with Judgment here, there are some things that need to be cleared up, right? But initially, it's like kind of like turned down. I don't think that the emotions are the same. But the thing is that, you know, there's still that opportunity for that to happen. But you don't want to be too pushy, though, with the Eight of Cups, right? Like, I feel like if this is about you and you having feelings for somebody and needing to express that, especially if you've had like an encounter with them and the relationship just didn't go anywhere, be careful about, you know, being so pushy that you push them out, because this is like saying, you know, I'm here, but I'm not in the same place emotionally that you are right now, right? So don't push it. But you may be in this place where the emotions are so strong that, or it's the other person. You know, like I said, we could flip this, right? This could be the other person, and maybe there are some things that we just need to, you know, heal first in terms of the connection, you know, because the way things went before, it was like the relationship was just dropped, you know. But we are talking about an opportunity coming around with this, right? And you're being told to stay optimistic, even though this person isn't there yet. They will. They'll eventually get there with the star. And I don't think that this is false hope, because they're there. They are. They're just not in the same place emotionally that you are, right? That, or like I said, it's the other way around. And then the Queen of Swords. Okay, so now, for some of you with the Tower, yeah, we could be talking about cheating, but jealousy is what's coming up more so for me with this one. Now, excuse me. The Five of Cups is going to be about somebody who is apologizing to you, and they're trying to be more caring and more understanding, because for you, it may not be that easy to kind of let go of these feelings of jealousy, and it could be because there's another person. And this very much is going to be about somebody who is questioning their value and their worth. The Five of Swords is about feeling inadequate. Nobody wants to be in a relationship where they don't feel like they're good enough. But this is about trying to overcome that. But with the Queen of Swords coming out, this is like, no, you have hurt me. And we could be talking about somebody who's needing to apologize, but yet there may still be a temptation that's there. And you may be constantly in this place of questioning on whether or not somebody is being faithful to you. Or it could be the other way around, right? But if this is you coming out, you're in a bad place. You're in a bad place. It doesn't matter what they say. It's like, if they're not giving you the kind of warmth and understanding with the Three of Pentacles that you're needing, then you're going to be in this place of being angry and being hurt. The Queen of Swords very much is focused on the pain that someone has caused her. And there's a question of feeling good enough. Am I good enough, right? But then you're being told it's safe for you to love. Now, that could be it's safe for you to love somewhere else. You know, I mean, it just depends, right? Now, like I always say, right? If you're happy in your relationship, you don't need a message. You go be happy, right? You don't need confirmation. This is for those who are in relationships where they're really questioning on what is going on, right? And like, I've always said, I don't give a shit. Even if it's just for one person, at least the message got out there. But clearly someone may need to hear this, right? So for those of you who are happy, go be happy. The Five of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the High Priestess, this is iffy. Oh God, this is iffy. Okay, so now, granted, this could be somebody who may be trying to instigate in your relationship, but this isn't a Page of Swords type of thing. The Five of Wands is going to be about somebody who's been watching a relationship. A lot of times it points to somebody who cannot get past their ex, and they're watching what is going on with them, watching their relationships, right? Now, this has the feeling of somebody who is not being very honest about what they're doing. It's like they're trying to show you warmth and affection, and they're trying to apologize for being too focused on an ex or being tempted by somebody else, you know. But the thing is that there's still the question of whether or not somebody is being faithful. There is, you know, the jealousy here, right? And this could be about, you know, you wanting the connection between your partner and their ex to be completely done with. But normally the Three of Swords, especially with the Tower, is going to be a little bit iffy, you know. This can also show somebody who's needing to get out of a bad situation. Now, for some of you, right, we're going to put a little bit of a spin on this. If you are not happy, with your relationship and you don't feel like you're getting enough caring, warmth, and understanding with that Three of Pentacles because of what somebody was doing in the past, you may be moving into a place where with the Empress, you've changed. And you're trying to understand your value and your worth. And this may be you getting caught up in a situation that you know you shouldn't. Right? Now, again, that's not going to be for everybody. And you may be looking at your relationship like, I really need to leave this. But with the High Priestess, we're talking about secrets. Secrets that are being kept. Okay? So that's either going to be you or your partner here. But I feel like this is for those of you who are in relationships where you do not feel secure, you do not feel like you are good enough. There's always the question of whether or not somebody is being faithful. I think that with it is safe for you to love, I think that what this is saying is that you need to be in a place where you can have that kind of love reciprocated in the highest form. And not be trapped in relationships that are like this, right? It is okay for you to love who you want to love, yes. But if this is about you, Cancer, just don't stay in a relationship where you don't feel like you're good enough anymore. Because if it's making you question your value and your worth, you may be getting caught up in situations that, you know you need to get out of. It's not a good thing to do. But we're still keeping things secret. Now, this could be all the things, though, that are kind of going on within you and you're not telling your partner about, that you're worried about. But that's only because somebody was doing this in the past, looking in on an ex and their relationship. But again, guys, general, right?